everyone, it's Bethany, and in this video we are going to be making a really cute coffee mug with the Cricut Joy. And what we're going to do is add a little vinyl decal to the front of this little plaid mug. I got this at Hobby Lobby last season. It was in their fall tableware section, and it was $9.99, but of course they're always 40% off. I might have even gotten it after season, so I might have had it on major sale. I can't remember, but I love it because it's so big. Look how intentional this big mug is. It makes it so easy to say, I only had 1 cup of coffee, because if you had 1 cup of coffee out of this, it's a beast of a cup. So I'm really excited. I think it'll be a nice little coffee mug to sip out of this fall. So I'm going to be using that. I'm also going to be using a little scrap piece of vinyl. So grab your scraps, because coffee mugs are a wonderful way to use up your little tiny scrap pieces. And then I'm going to be using a little piece of transfer tape, a weeding tool, and a scraper tool. I have a little cutting mat, and we are all set. So I'm going to grab our little question of the day real quick. If you're new here, we just do a little random question of the day. So pop down into the comment section and you can answer this question while I am crafting today. So the question of the day is, do you complete a task long before it's due or wait until the last minute? Okay, be sure to answer that as I'm crafting today. And I think we're all set. I'm not going to measure my coffee mug because I want to use this up. So I think I'm going to just rely on the size of my little vinyl here. So I should be just good. And I think we're all set. So let's go ahead and pop into Design Space, and we'll get our little SVG all ready to go and cut out on the Cricut Joy. Okay, so I'm going to be using 2 separate SVGs, but they came in the same bundle, so I'll link it down below. I found a little fall bundle that had some fun little fall sayings, so I thought these two would pair well together. So I love the idea of sweater weather. I think it's so fun, and I also feel like that's the first thing I think of when summer turns to fall, is the whole new wardrobe. So I'm going to make a little mug with that on it. This also would make a really pretty sweatshirt as well, or sweater, no pun intended, I guess, but I think it would just be really sweet on a piece of apparel as well. Okay, so what I'm going to do is, I know that I don't want my design to be any larger than 2 1/4, so I'm going to stay around 2.2, and I think that'll be just about right. I'm also going to unlock it a little bit and maybe drag it in just a little bit to maybe stay around 4 inches in length. Let me make this a little bit bigger as well. Okay, and then for my little maple leaf, I'm just going to make it a little bit smaller this way and just put it right down here. I think that would look really nice. Okay, so what I'm going to do is I am going to highlight both and just check my sizing here. So I'm about 2.2, which is good, and I could even kind of maybe skinny that up just a tad bit more. Okay, let's see here. Just want to make sure that my length is not too much across, so I think we're about good. Okay, now what I'm going to do is, with them both selected, I'm going to come down here and just weld them together, and I'm doing that because I'm going to be putting them all on white vinyl anyway, so it will look just fine like this. I'm still not completely happy with my size, so what I'm going to do is I'm going to bring that down to about 4 by 2. I just don't want it to be way too big. Okay, so I'm good with that. Now I have my Joy selected, so I'm going to go ahead and say make it. And I'm going to say on the mat, because I'm using a little piece of Oracle 651 permanent vinyl, and I am going just to place that on our mat. And then I can go ahead and click continue. I will use the premium vinyl setting and then load my mat and get cutting. Okay, so I'm just auto-loading my mat into the machine. I have my vinyl right on the mat, and I'll select go on my computer. And while that's doing that, what I'm going to do is I am going to take a little cotton swab and a little bit of rubbing alcohol, and I'm just going to clean off the area on my mug where I intend to put the vinyl. And I'm doing that because, first of all, I've had this mug for quite a while, just waiting in my little craft stash, but also because I just think that it helps remove any oils and grime and dust. It helps just to lay the vinyl down much nicer. Okay. So that's about good. You just want to focus on the area where your vinyl's going to lay down. Okay, and I can also trim off my little tag here. Okay, so it's already done. I can go ahead and unload my mat. It did a pretty good job. I think it got a little bit crazy with the maple leaf, so I might even have to, we'll see, but I might have to say goodbye to the maple leaf. It may have been just a little too small for this. Okay, I went ahead and weeded my design. It looks wonderful. And I went ahead and actually decided not to go with the maple leaf just because I think it may have been just a little too delicate in the size that it was cut at. So I didn't want to have to worry about it when I was hand washing it, and it was kind of an afterthought in my design. So that's okay. I am just going to go ahead and part with it. Okay, so now I'm going to just grab some transfer tape and place it right over the top here. Grab my scraper tool. Sometimes you just have to change up your design halfway through, and that's just part of crafting, so no worries. Okay, so with this placed down on upside down, I'm going to remove my little cutting sheet here, and then my cup does not have a curve this way at all. It's just curved to the left and right, so I don't really need to worry about making any types of cuts in my transfer tape to make it more flexible. So all I need to worry about now is just where I want to place it here, and the little plaid lines actually are pretty helpful with centering and straightening. So I think I'm going to go right about there, leaving myself plenty of room for my lip up here, because the vinyl is not food safe, so you don't want to, be touching it with your lip or anything like that. So I like to leave plenty of room for my myself to sip my coffee. So then I'm just going to grab my little scraper tool and scrape my vinyl down. This is going to be a cute little mug, and I'm really excited to use it. So what I'm going to do is, after I'm done creating it, I'm going to set this aside for 2 days, and that will just really help the vinyl cure on the mug. Then once the 2 days is over, you can go ahead and start using it, but it just really helps just to let it wait before using. And then of course hand wash only, and I always avoid the microwave as well. Okay. How cute is that? I love how that turned out. I think that's really, really fun. And again, I love the substantial look of that coffee mug. Okay, I forgot to answer the question of the day, but for me, I am one who definitely does not procrastinate. I do things way before they're due. Most of my recordings for October were actually recorded in September, just because I like to get things done way beforehand. Plus, I like to enjoy all of my little creations way before fall happens. So I am definitely not a procrastinator, but there are moments when it just happens. But for me, I feel my most confident when I have plenty of time. So I hope you guys enjoyed this. I think this turned out really, really cute, and I can't wait to enjoy some coffee in it. So be sure to answer the question of the day in the comment section, and also let me know what you thought of this craft. Be sure to give it a thumbs up if you thought it was cute, or if you just love fall as much as I do. All right, everyone, I'll see you in the next video.